I've been training for more than 5 years now, and I started out as a complete skinny guy, and this is my transformation. And in this video I'm gonna go over exactly how to actually build an aesthetic body specifically for skinny guys. So yeah, this video is for you. Actually, my entire channel is for skinny guys bulking up, gaining weight, getting jacked. All right. And if you want to learn more from me, my premium program is in the description. So if you want to join, I've put a link there. Right. Let's do this. So step number one, first, I want to tell you that you have a very good advantage, right? Your advantage right here is because you are skinny. Because you're starting out as a complete skinny guy, you have an advantage, right? In front of the guys who start like skinny fat or overweight, and they have to lose the fat first before they see results. Now you are going to see results right away, because once the muscles grow, you're going to see results right there. You don't have to cut any more fat. You don't have to do anything else. Just build the muscle, right? And I'm going to show you how to do it in this video right here. But I just want to tell you that you are in a very, very good position. So if you are a complete skinny guy right now and you are thinking that, okay, I want to change my body, to transform, to bulk up, this is a very good decision for you. And you need to know that you are in a very good position for that decision to achieve that goal. So let me walk you right now through everything you need to do in order to achieve it. So let's talk about nutrition. I'll go over the nutrition first. So the roadmap that I like to teach skinny men is very, very straightforward. All right, because I thought about this a lot. So I came up with a very simple, straightforward roadmap. First, you are going to need a proper bulking meal plan that is very easy to follow for you, right? We're not going to restrict anything. We're not going to do anything of that shit. We're going to create or get a proper meal plan for bulking for you. So there are a few steps that I go over in detail in my program, but I'm just going to go very quickly over these steps. So first, number one is going to be to decide how many meals you want to eat per day. And for most people, I would say eat 3 meals a day, right? Because this is sustainable. Because if I tell you, okay, imagine I tell you to eat chicken, broccoli, and rice 5 times a day. Half of you will say, okay, I'm not going to do that, right? So the other half is going to say, okay, I'm going to try, but you're not going to be able to sustain this. So that's what I mean. Choose how many meals you want to eat per day realistically. So don't think about what is the most optimal. Just think of you. What can you eat? What can you do? What does your schedule allow you to do? All right. So I would say for most people, 3 meals a day. After you do that, you're going to calculate how many calories you actually need in order to create this surplus and this program for you. So for most people, I would say take your body weight in pounds and then multiply it by 15, and you're going to get your maintenance caloric need. So basically, if you eat this number, you're not going to add any more fat. You're not going to lose any fat, right? You're going to keep your body weight and body fat relatively the same, right? After you do that, so you have, let's say, 3 meals a day. You don't know what you're going to eat yet, but you know, okay, I'm going to eat 3 meals a day. I can eat 3 meals a day most of the days. I know how many calories I need. So then the next step is going to be to find your favorite foods, put them into these 3 meals. And you can, if you have more than 3 favorite foods, you can make all of them. And then you just have options to choose. So you don't have to eat the same food every single day. So after you do that, I would say find the favorite foods that you would eat every single day and that you really like and you enjoy and that you don't mind to eat, let's say today and the day after and just like that. Next, what I would do is I would calculate these meals to get my maintenance, to get my calories that I need for maintenance. So let's say I'm going to eat pasta, a wrap, and chicken with broccoli and rice, let's say. Then I'm going to calculate all of these to get my caloric needs. So let's say after you calculated your body weight in pounds times 15, let's say it's 2000. I'm going to calculate these 3 meals to get to 2000 calories every single day. So I know after I calculate all of this, I know that every single day when I'm going to eat all these 3 meals, I'm going to get 2000 calories. I'm going to get my maintenance. And then the last step, I would say to add in snacks, how many snacks you need in order to get to eating 5 to 6 times a day. So in our example, if I choose to eat 3 meals a day, I'm going to add about 2 to 3 snacks on top of that. Now, the question is what kind of snacks I'm going to add. And I'm going to add what I call bulking snacks, right? Or no prep, no storage needed snacks. That's that's how I call them, right? Because they have a bunch of calories. So I would say over 300, 500, 600, maybe some 700 calories a snack, and it's very easy to eat or drink or to keep it with you throughout the day and just snack, right? So if in our example I eat 3 meals a day, I'm gonna add, let's say, 2 more snacks on top of it. And if I add 2 more snacks, let's say each 500 calories, then it's gonna be 1000 calories extra. So then my meal plan in total is gonna be 3000 in our example. So that's exactly how I would make my meal plan in order to fit my calories and all that stuff. And second, I would hit my protein. Make sure you get at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight or around that. And if you want in kilograms, 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So that's it. That's pretty much it. Everything you need to do in order to nail your nutrition part, right? That is all for nutrition, made easy, and you don't need to do anything else. I promise to you, if you just do this, you hit your protein and you make sure you have a bulking plan that you can sustain, you're good to go. You're golden. You don't need anything else. You don't need special recipes. You don't need anything else. This is exactly what you need. Now, I'm going to show you how easy I made it for the guys who joined the program. So I'm going to show you right now. We're going to go over a sample day of eating 3000 calories. And these are going to basically mean they're going to be random choices from my program, right? So in my program, you get access to a bunch of meal plans and a bunch of recipes and all that stuff. So right now, I'm going to show you how easy it is to get 3000 calories if you got in my program. So the people in there, they can basically choose. They have a bunch of options to choose. And they can choose. I just went into my program and chose like 3 meals and 2 snacks. So you're going to see how easy it is. So for meal 1, let's say you cannot eat a lot. You don't feel like eating in the morning. I'm going to have a strawberry bulking milkshake, right? About 761 calories, right? Of course, you get the entire recipe, but right now I cannot give you the entire recipe right now. So for meal number 2, I'm going to have a pasta and chicken, 700 calories again. Snack, I'm going to have a snack, let's say before workout, some peanuts, banana, and the protein bar, around 200, 300 calories. Last meal is going to be 1 wrap, about 645 calories. And then snack number 2, the last time when I eat in a day, is going to be, let's say, chocolate peanut butter bulking shake, right? About 500, 600 calories. That's going to be it. And in total, you get around 3000 calories. So that's how easy it is. You just get to choose the things that you like, and you cannot eat. You cannot be in a position where you don't get enough calories, right? That's how easy I made it for the guys in there. Now, I want to go over the training. So everything that everyone is telling you right now on the internet is about the best exercises, the most effective exercises, the slow eccentrics, and all that stuff. And while those things are important, I'll tell you right now the most important thing, and this thing is so important, and you're going to see why, that if you do not get this right from the start, you can do everything else right, 100% correct, optimal, but you won't grow. And that thing is technique. Let's go over what the definition of technique. So I like to tell people that technique means that when you train, you actually use and hit the muscle that you are trying to train. So let me give you an example. When you do a bicep curl, right, you aim to train your biceps, right? You do not do a bicep curl aiming to train your chest, right? If your technique is off, means that you won't use the biceps in that example. Because, like I said, technique means that you train and you hit and you use the muscle that you want to train. So in this example, if you want to train you want to do a bicep curl and train your biceps, if your technique is off, you won't use the biceps. You're going to use something else. You're going to use momentum. You're going to use your back. You're going to use your shoulders, other things, but not your biceps. And then if you don't use your biceps, that means that the biceps do not work. That means they do not get stressed enough. That means they're not going to grow. So you can see how you can do everything else correctly. You can do progression. You can do very well progressive overload. You can do slow eccentrics. Actually, you cannot do slow eccentrics if your technique is off. But you can have really good improvements, the best exercises. You can train the muscle twice per week. But if your technique is off, means that it basically means that you're not training the muscle that you want to grow. That's it. I hope you can understand it, right? So how to improve your technique. So I'm going to give you some tips right now on how to improve your technique. So number one is going to be to, when you start training, when you start lifting, train slow, right? Train slow and start with very light weights. Why? Just to practice the technique, right? In this case, practice makes perfect. However, here's the thing. You would actually need someone to tell you if your technique is good or not, because that's how you're going to improve, by feedback. If you do not have someone who can tell you if you do the exercise right, if your technique is good, then record yourself doing the exercise, then go and watch another video. Just search correct technique on bicep curl, let's say, right? And you just compare. You compare yourself with that video, right? So watch as many videos as you can with very good techniques. Try to actually feel the muscle when you train it. Train slow and try to try to feel the muscle, right? And practice a lot. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get this in time. Practice a lot, and also, like I said, get feedback. Whether that you are watching, you are recording yourself, and then you're watching it, or you get someone else to tell you with more experience. That works too. So that is how I would improve the technique. And if you start learning good technique from the start, you're good to go, right? That's it. You don't need to do anything else. Now, in terms of what muscles to focus on, I would say chest, along with the upper chest, because that is gonna, like, find two pictures, one with not very well developed upper chest and one with a full chest, with the very developed upper chest. You're gonna see that it looks so much better. So focus on that. Lateral fibers of the deltoid, so basically the lateral delt here. Oh, focus on that. That's gonna give you the frame. That's gonna look better, right? And if you are a complete beginner right now, don't focus only on the lateral fibers of the delt. Focus a lot on the front delt and the posterior delt. So this one in front and the one in the back, right? Because especially the front delt is going to give you that shape, that shape from the front, and the shadows is going to look very, very well. Then of course the biceps, the triceps, the abs, train your abs is going to make them pop out more. Train your abs. And then the back muscles, traps, trapezius, lats, rhomboids, you're going to train them, right? So that's pretty much it. And then for recovery, I would say just make sure that when you train a muscle, it is fully recovered. It's not sore, it's not stiff, it's fresh to go. So if you go right now to the gym and you want to train your back, but your back is still sore, it's not a good time to train. You need to rest more. That's it. You don't want to train a muscle when it's still sore, when it's still stiff. Train the muscle when it's fully recovered, because that's how you're going to be able to put you're going to have a great input. And when you have great input, you're going to have a great output. That's basically it. right? And why don't you just join my program, right? Because if you enjoy these videos that I make, I'm 100% sure that you are gonna love the program that I've made for you, right? It's specifically made for skinny guys because I've been a skinny guy, and that's what I can help you with. I cannot help you with being a bodybuilder, right? Because I'm not a bodybuilder. But I started out as a skinny guy and I gained weight, I gained muscle. I have a pretty good physique. So that's what I can help you with. And I know that the main struggle with skinny guys, it is the nutrition part. So I really tackled that part right there, right? So I'm pretty happy with what I've done so far in the program. As you can see, the people are already enjoying it. So I've put the link there. I'm going to help you one-on-one. You also get a bunch of stuff in there and free bonuses as well. So I've put the link if you want to join, if you want to check it out. Go right now.